I developed a sore throat and a cough. When these symptoms went away, I was left with a sensation I still can't describe. I think I felt sad and frustrated to a point. I felt like giving up on life. Rather than giving up on life, I chose self-isolation. In this period of self-isolation, I experienced a few additional rounds of sore throat, cough, and sore ear. My doctor at the time told me I did not have any observable infection in my throat or ear when I went to see them about these complaints. My self-isolation increased my self-perceptions of helplessness, confusion, and loneliness. These feelings masked fear of the unknown, of feeling I don't belong, and that I could not help myself, that I was a needless burden on others. I spoke with others who advised me I was describing anxiety attacks. They referred to it as situational anxiety. This helped me realize I could successfully manage my anxieties through lifestyle. I am grateful for my ongoing work with an art therapist as needed. When my anxiety had gotten so serious it was triggering major depression, I was fortunate enough to find an art therapist. An art therapist who helped me understand I could develop a different way of life. Together, my art therapist and I discovered that I could use photographic collage to unpack this debilitating anxiety. As I worked with my camera, my images, and my collages, our therapeutic relationship developed. I soon realized, rather than helplessness, one of the underlying causes of my anxiety were sensory processing and communications challenges I poorly understood. Through my ongoing development of collage, together we also realized sensory and cognitive processing challenges were the root of feelings of frustration and isolation, which triggered the anxiety, prompting me to seek help. Gratitude replaced the anxiety. Gratitude that my art therapist helped me realize I had compartmentalized away from the overwhelming negative feelings that were self-created barriers to my receiving healthcare, and likely more employment, to improving my overall quality of life. I am grateful for my art therapist connecting me with a community of arts-based researchers who are helping me sort self-caused barriers from external traumatic sensory events, from conceptual overload, who are helping me validate autistic sensory shutdowns I experience when I access healthcare. While I appear to drift off to sleep, that I am at peace with myself when I visit the dentist, for example. What I now know is that I have stopped functioning, that my autism has caused me to experience yet another event I will need weeks or months to process, supported by many hours of my collage work, an event which causes me more anxiety as I lose more of my ability to trust myself. Autism and my ongoing creative practices, collage-supported dialogue, and the growing group of arts-based researchers I collaborate with are teaching me to make gratitude a daily practice. I am grateful that they encourage me to dream. To dream of a time where I can access healthcare without the challenges anxiety and autism cause me, where I understand and am able to proactively manage the anxieties in my life. As an autistic care provider, I am granted a privilege to reflect upon how society creates dynamic vulnerabilities in those who live with invisible disabilities, which create anxiety within ourselves. Anxieties our care system requires us to mask so we can receive care. I would like to thank the arts-based research group I have gathered around myself for encouraging me to dream of a future where inclusive care is normalized, care that is built off of mutual participation, where consensus-based choice-making and mutually validated consent for care empower us, where third parties bridge our functional abilities. Most importantly, these supported healthy relationships grant us capacity for mutual, autonomous agency. In situations, society feels invisibly disabled persons like myself don't deserve this freedom, as part of society's grand contract of life for people who live with labels of disability, like autistic person.